Now, I'm the grandson of immigrants. There was a wave of immigrants that came over in the early 1900s, Western European, Belgium and Britain and France, Germany. And now there's a wave that's been going on for a while of Eastern European immigrants. Macomb County is where a lot of them settle. And like Don said, 1 in 8 people, I guess it is, that live in Macomb County were born outside the country. So Robert, this seat is his. It's tailor-made for him, and he's tailor-made to serve. So here's what I got to say to you. What I bring to the campaign is I'm a 30-some-year auto worker. I worked 11 years for Chrysler Corporation, and then I took a buyout. Lee Iacocca gave me 30 or 40 grand to get out of town. He was downsizing the company and making them profitable again, which had to happen. So it was kind of a double-edged sword. I knew he had to do it. I loved Chrysler, but they had to cut the fat, and my department, to be honest with you, didn't need to be there. So I left. I got my 2-year associate's degree, which took 10 years to happen, and I call it my 10-year degree. But, and then I got an opportunity to hire in at Ford. I was 38 years old. Well, going back into the auto factories at 38 is no picnic. But I worked 25 more years there and then retired at 61 a couple of years ago. So I know people at Chrysler. I know people at Ford. I know all those plants. I grew up at 17 and Dodge Park on the other side of Van Dyke. Robert grew up at 15 and Ryan, I think it was, on the west side of Van Dyke. And the plant that I worked at for 25 years was right smack in the middle. So Robert and I know that district like the back of our hand. Now, tomorrow morning, I'll be out there at 10:30, 11 o'clock in front of the Sterling Stamping plant, the Chrysler plant, putting up Robert Lulgjuraj yard signs, putting up Robert Lulgjuraj flags, lining that parking lot with his signs. But what I need, I've got all the signs, and I'll be out there, but I need 10 or 15 people from this group who are not working a day job tomorrow. Some of you young guys, if you're not working tomorrow, we need some turnout. Mark Jokai's been there every rally we've had. He brings Jimmy John's, he brings a case of water. We'll have 15, 20 people out there. I need 30 or 40 people at these rallies, guys. So I'm asking you guys to participate. Listen, Donald Trump won Macomb County by 70,000 votes. So we're standing in Oakland County right now, and there's a little tiny portion of this district that Robert's running for that sticks into Oakland County, and it encompasses Rochester Hills, which, you know, Rochester City is like the capital of Rochester Hills. But we are not going to allow somebody from Oakland County to get this nomination next August and then represent the other 87% of the district, which is blue collar in Macomb County. So I represent that blue collar vote. Robert and I know what it takes. There's a lot of people who have some automotive experience in this room. You know it's a different life going into those factories every day. That's where our votes are. 70,000 people in Macomb County, that was the margin of victory Trump had. So the votes are there, but we have to get them out to vote. Republicans have a terrible record of voting in August in the midterms. And here's the thinking. They all think, well, Trump's not on the ballot, so I don't really need to, you know, I got things to do. I got to go pick the kids up at school, whatever. I don't really have much time. Guess what? Donald Trump is on the ballot next year. If we lose this seat, and 2 or 3 more, Donald Trump will get impeached for the 3rd time. The papers are already written up. There's some lunatic Democrat from Detroit that's already had the papers drawn up to impeach Trump. Sri Thanadar, he represents the west side of Detroit. He brags about it. If we get the majority back, we're impeaching him again. So my job is to get out there in the middle of this district and educate and then motivate the voters and let them know, you think Trump's not on the ballot next year? He is on the ballot. If we lose this majority that Robert's trying to help us keep, we lose Donald Trump's 2nd term. It'll be cut short, just like his 1st term. He had people on his back. He got impeached twice. We cannot allow that to happen. The war is not over. We won a big battle last November, but the war is not over. We've got to win the congressional seats next August and November, or Trump gets impeached. The reason August is important is because Robert has to get over the primary hurdle. There's going to be 4 or 5 other people in there. A couple of them might raise a lot of money. And Robert's off to a good start. He's got to keep raising money, but there's going to be money. So if these people start running ads on TV, on the cable channels, and saturating people, it could get tough. So we have to keep fighting. We can't say, oh, Robert's got it. He's raised a lot of money. We've got a big Albanian American community. We got the Chaldean community. A couple of years, last year I guess it was, Nick raised $600,000 in a race to win for Oakland County executive. It was basically an unwinnable race. But you folks stepped up. You donated because you were proud of him. You were proud of him, his story, and he was running to represent the people in his community. Well, that broke the ice. Now, next year, we're going to the next level. Robert is going to go to Washington, D.C., and represent this district, not just the Albanian American community, not just the Chaldean American community, but all the immigrants from that community, including every constituent in that district. That's how he operates. He's a guy who believes in service. He loves this country, and he wants to give back. So what I'm asking you folks for tonight is participation. We started up this fall. We did not wait till next spring for exactly this reason, because we wanted to educate people and get them involved early. We're off to a great start, but what that means is you guys got to do some work. Now, I'm the blue-collar guy. I'm doing these rallies every week for the next 3 or 4 weeks till we do all 8 auto plants in the district Robert's running for. And then next spring, when the weather warms up in May or so, we'll be back out there doing them again. We'll do every plant again, and probably a couple of them twice before the August primary. It takes work. Blue-collar, grassroots campaigning means work. And Robert's not afraid of it, and neither am I. So I need some of you to step up. You guys have stepped up financially. You've already proven that. I need some people to put a couple hours in once a week for the rest of October, and then come back out in May with us and start all over again. It's going to take a little work. But on that day, when Robert is sworn into office and he leaves for Washington, D.C., he's going to make every one of us proud. So thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity to speak to you. Please let Robert or me or Mark Jokai or Nick, anybody know if you can make it tomorrow. We'll give you the details. 15 in Van Dyke, 11 o'clock, I'll be putting signs up out there.
$600,000 plus coming into this campaign. The most of any first-time Republican candidate in America this year. Okay? Now, Robert convinced me he was the right guy for the job. We had a long talk. He's got it in his heart, which is what I care about the House of Representatives, and I love this country. He's got it in his heart, right? He's Albanian. He's got a name that's a little hard to spell. I always just say Lulgjuraj, the common spelling, right? And we're going to sell that name like crazy. But the fact is, there are a lot of people in this state and in this country who sort of discount a young guy, they love his story, everything about him. But yeah, first-time candidate, let's see what he can do. Not only did they underestimate Robert Lulgjuraj, they underestimated this Albanian community here. And I don't have a drink on me right now, but I would just say the one word of Albanian that I have learned. Preach mir to everybody. Anyway, and one last thing I just want to say. I have been in communication all day today with people in the president's political shop, with people in Speaker Mike Johnson's political shop, the people in Majority Leader Steve Scalise's political shop, telling them what we're about to do today. And the responses I got were, OMG, that's incredible, and quite honestly, the most common one, and I apologize, ladies, for this, holy shit, right? People are impressed. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everything that you've done. And tonight, if you can, how you can help us, post your pictures from the event. Let people know that you, in your network, that you support Robert Lulgjuraj. Do that on social media. I cannot tell you how much that helps our campaign down the line. I've always said the best advertising is word of mouth. In anything that you guys can do to help us move the ball forward, thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's get this thing going, and let's make this guy the next member of Congress from the 10th District.
We're all here for Mr. Lulgjuraj right here.
No, that's right.
God bless you, Robert. Inshallah, the next Friday we have like this, number one, for his winning, and hopefully for his wedding.
Love you, Dave. I appreciate it. I love you, man. Love you. All right, man.
All right, let's give this beautiful family for opening up their home, and thank you very much.